I came home to find that my acrylic markers had arrived, so we are going to try them out today. I've used the acrylic markers before, but they weren't brush tip, so let's see how these work. We're going to try them out today in my sketchbook, which I hope doesn't ruin the paper. I got these on sale, so they were like $21 for 72 of them, which I personally think is pretty good. Oh, I do not have enough space on my desk. Okay, this is a lot. I don't know where to start. Okay, so these are the Tung Fu Shop, I think it's called, acrylic marker. It seems to be a good brush tip. And I believe a fine tip, yeah. Now obviously these are not professional grade. I can't afford professional grade. I think we're gonna use this page to swatch them. Don't look at that. Okay, I'm probably not gonna film me swatching all of them because that's going to take an eternity. But I will be back when I have finished. So for whatever reason, the mic decided to stop working about right here. Basically, in order to test the colors, I decided to do a test drawing, sort of. So I drew my very neglected character Aries, and it didn't turn out quite how I wanted to, but I did learn a thing or two from it, so the final illustration looks a lot better. So I do want to talk about my thoughts on the markers just a little bit. They definitely aren't professional grade at all, as I've said, but they do work pretty well. You have to do a couple layers if you don't want streakiness, but I only really had to do about 3 for most colors. I don't think you can blend them, but I haven't tried and I'm not willing to risk ruining them. Yeah, I've already used them after this video too, so I do really like them. They're basically like alcohol markers, but they're more opaque, so you can cover stuff and you can go over stuff multiple times if you make a mistake, which I really like. So yeah, I really think I'm going to use these a lot, especially if I want to paint on the cover of notebooks or the cover of my next sketchbook. Overall, I'll give them a 6 out of 10. I don't really know how to rate art supplies, I'm sorry. But something else I want to talk about is this video might seem a little bit weird, and if you watch all the way to the end of all my videos, you'll notice that I don't have the CapCut watermark thing at the end of it, and that is because I have switched. So this is my first video using InShot, and basically the reason I switched, if you guys have seen CapCut's new terms and conditions, you'll understand why. If you look up CapCut's new terms and conditions on YouTube, there's videos explaining it better than I can. But basically, anything you upload to CapCut, I think they basically own it now, and they can use it however they want, which, yes, I understand that's never gonna happen to me. They're not gonna use my stuff. I don't know why they would, but it's more of the principle of the matter. Like, I don't think these companies should keep getting away with stuff like this. Like, imagine if you're a bigger content creator and you make a video on CapCut and you're really proud of it, and so you upload it and you just kind of forget about it, but then you see that it's being used for promotional material by CapCut and you're getting no compensation for it despite the fact that you made it. Like, I just think that's kind of ridiculous. I do like InShot so far though. It's pretty similar to CapCut. The only problem is I also edit my friend's YouTube videos, and hers are a bit more extravagant. Not extravagant. They require more editing. And I don't have it on desktop, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that, but I guess I'll have to figure something out. There's another app I tried to download called InShot, I think it's called, but I haven't really used it yet, so I'll let y'all know how that goes. The next part of the designing my characters for my webcomic series is coming out soon, probably, once this one comes out. I was hoping to get all the characters out before Art Fight started, so that I could have them on YouTube before then, but I think I'm just gonna have to wait. Marcy's Mentor will definitely come out before Art Fight starts, or at least I'll film it before them, but the last girl, I don't know if she's gonna be able to come out first, so you'll probably see her on my Art Fight profile first. I need to link my Art Fight profile, actually. Yeah, if you like Art Fight and you attack me, I will attack you back. My main focus is going to be attacking my bookmark characters because it's my first year of Art Fight and I don't really know if anyone's going to attack me, but if you do attack me, then revenging you will become my very first priority. As long as your characters are generally PG or PG-13, no R-rated nonsense, please. It turns out Art Fight isn't as well known as I thought it was, because I've known about it for a few years, and I just kind of thought it's something that more advanced artists knew about. But there's beginners, intermediate, advanced, all those, and yet I feel like I don't see it talked about as much, at least on the section of social media or the art community that I'm on. Although then again, the part of the art community that I'm on has kind of died out a little bit. A lot of the art community has died out, really. And I'm not saying that to be bleak, there's definitely a ton of people who are still part of the art community, but the thing that I've noticed is the people like me who did traditional art with alcohol markers and stuff have kind of just disappeared. Like, I don't see them anymore. All the small channels that I've watched have just stopped uploading altogether, or only upload once every 3 months. Which I get, because most of them started during the pandemic and a lot of people had more free time. But you know, it's just kind of sad. It's like the end of an era, I guess. Unfortunately for y'all, I don't plan on quitting. I want to do a lot of stuff with my art. First thing I want to do is release that comic, as you all know if you've been here for a little bit. But I also want to release other comics as well. And I do like to animate, so I would like to do something with that, possibly. I just like creating stories in general. Animating is the most fun for me, but I have to learn 3D, because I don't want to hand draw everything on Flipperclip for the rest of my life. Don't get me wrong, Flipperclip is a really good animating app. Well, it is if you had it downloaded before the update. Now after the update, you have to pay to use premium for pretty much anything. And I do actually pay for premium, but that's beside the point. It's just that you have to hand draw literally everything. There is a lasso tool, but that's the only thing you're gonna get help with. And I'd rather do something where I had a puppet. I think that's what they're called, the puppets, or a 3D model. Now, for special occasions, I'd do 2D, like if it was a short or something, just for drawing, hand-drawn animation. But I don't want to have to do that for the whole time. Because me and my friend Loki do want to start animating a project we have. We've had this story that we've been writing since 2020. We actually started it on my birthday because I was at my grandma's house and I was super bored. And we actually finished book 1 in like 2021 or 2022, but then we kind of just forgot about it and we started picking it up in 2024 and we started rewriting it. I would love to get it done, but somebody who will not be named directly has, and I quote, no motivation. So I think, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. But yeah, I would really like to release that, or make some type of small animated series of it. As long as she's okay with that, though, I'd have to ask her first. I kind of already have, and she thinks it's a cool idea, but you know, that would take a lot of work. And I'm already running like 30 channels, one of them being hers, so... I haven't been saying much about the drawing, but that's really just because there's not much to say, and again, this is like a test video. But I ended up going over it with line art just because I thought it needed something, because I can't do line art with those markers. We all saw how that turned out. But yeah, I think it looks good with the line art, especially since it's not black line art, it's just like a brown. These markers don't work very well with anything else. They smudge with alcohol markers, they definitely smudge with watercolors. I think I can use them more often if I'm just going over the acrylic markers, so maybe I finally found a new use for them. I had another story about Flipperclip that I wanted to tell, but we're low-key out of time, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. But yeah, I really like how this drawing turned out, and I think these markers are pretty good. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.